Hello, traders, and great to be with you on a Thursday, March 9th, 2017. Sunny skies, scattered clouds, and cool today in Pattaya, Thailand. It's kind of nice, to be honest with you. Nice difference, not really hot. We're expecting some hot weather coming in about 2 weeks. That'll end all winter, and we'll be sweating. We'll be in the high 90s every day. All right, for those of you who do a Celsius, it'll be about 38 Celsius, 37 on a normal basis. All right, traders, what's going on? Let's take a look at how the markets did yesterday, and we're going to talk about a trade plan today on the Aussie dollar. All right, so the S&P futures was up 0.01%, nothing there. The Nasdaq futures was down 0.02%, nothing there. The Dow 30 was negative 0.33%. That's quite sufficient. The S&P 500 VIX was positive 3.58%. Nice. Good volatility there. And the DAX was up 0.01%, nothing there. The Nikkei closed yesterday up 0.08%. And the dollar index is above 101. We've hit 102.11 currently right now. 102.11 on the dollar index. That's great for dollar pair trades, my friends. Really good for that. And the euro index is flat. Zeros across the board at 86.55. So that's what's going on there. What happened in the news? We had some China news early in Asia today. They had CPI year on year, which was 0.8% versus 1.7. So that was a bad number out of China today. Let's see what else we got going. Yeah, it's Thursday, right? So should be interesting. Remember, tomorrow's NFP Friday, so we'll keep an eye on that. In the Eurozone, we have ECB interest rate decision today. We don't expect nothing out of that. We expect everything to just stay where they're going to stay. They're not going to do a thing. And then we have, and I don't see a statement. That's interesting. And of course, we have our normal initial jobless claims today. Oh, there is a press conference. My mistake. There is a press conference. 45 minutes later, there will be an ECB press conference. So, yeah, looks good. And that's what's going on today on a Thursday, my friends. So, yeah, nothing big. So let's talk about what's going on with our trades. You know, the last 2 days I didn't get entries, right? And what I'm finding is we're getting, let's look at yesterday's trade plan here. And what I'm finding is this is happening a lot. Right in here. You can see where price, comes down. This is the New Zealand dollar that we were talking about yesterday. And this, this is in a nice waterfall down to the downside. But we're not getting pullbacks, right? We're not getting pullbacks. Now, this is the second day yesterday we didn't get pullbacks. We didn't get entries on these. So, how are we going to trade this now? Because I think we're going to see this for a little while now where we're not going to get these good pullbacks. Because I like good pullbacks. You can see, I like 30, 40 pip pullbacks to get my price right. We're going to have to look at maybe looking at our take profit zone, right? If price breaks out of our take profit zone, let's pull this over a little bit. If price comes out of there and, you can do the breakout trade here. You're not going to risk a lot, right? So if you got in at 69.50, right? And you put a stop at 69.65, right? You're risking 15 pips. This ends up working, right? This ends up coming down. Here we are now, the old L move here, L for lower, right? So, this is something we're going to have to watch now because we're not getting entries, folks. And, that doesn't help our trading account when we're not getting entries. We need at least to get a shot, right? You want a shot. The other thing I want to talk to you about is what if you want to counter trend trade these positions to the upside? Right? Waiting for it to hit our entry. Folks, if you can counter trend trade, I don't have a problem with it. It's not my kind of trading. I might do it maybe 10% of the time. I don't do counter trend trading very often. The dollar pairs would be the best one to do because you got some confirmation with the dollar index. You got a dollar index chart. You can look at it and you could say, hey, listen, the dollar is weak. We got a counter trend on the euro dollar. The euro's it's gonna come up. The dollar's weak, and you can counter trend trade that, okay? So, the dollar pairs are great because you have an index to go by and a little bit of security there. So just something to keep an eye out on that. Let's take a look at today's trade. Pretty simple trade today. Not real crazy, not, it's only, it's not a big trade. It's 50 pips, and we'll see where we can get in. Now, I like this trade. Again, this is a mess here. This is here. We're gonna get issues here, but this slid right through all of this. Right? Look at this down move here, and this slid right through it. Here's the situation that I'm talking about. Here we are at our take profit zone, and we're looking for a pullback to the 50% of 75.70 or 75.90, right? We want to take this to the downside of either the 618 or the 50% fib. So, we need this to pull back. Here's a perfect example of, do you want to counter trend trade this to the upside? You're going to get a bounce here at this 23.6 Fibonacci level. Look at left of the chart. We're probably going to get a bounce here. It's going to wobble a little bit and hopefully continue to the upside. And that's what we're looking at today. So we want to get this up. Again, I'm going to watch these breakouts from our support and take profit zones. If it breaks out, I might throw a sell trade in if it breaks our support area. And these are hourly candles, so I really don't have time to wait for a pullback for a retest. If you're trading a 15-minute chart, even a 30-minute chart, you can do that. On an hourly chart, I don't have enough time in a day to wait for 3 candles to pull back, right, to retest my breakout and then give me confirmation to take it. You just have to take it, folks. But put a small stop, right? Really small, 10, 12 pips. That's it. We're not going to risk a lot. It's either going to work or it's not going to work, right? So we're looking for a nice aggressive pullback to the 618 or the 50% on this pair, and we're going to enter this baby. I'd like to see it come up to the 618 to the 618 at 75.90. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be glad with the 50%. We'll take it down from there. Traders, that's what's going on in our little world here, and it's all good. It's all good. If you just watch what you're doing and how it's going. I spoke to an old friend yesterday. He sent me an email. It was really great to hear. Traded Greg, and he's asking me to put some stuff about options. So maybe tomorrow we'll do 2 things. We'll do on a Friday. We'll do some options stuff, and I'm in the options trade right now. It's a mess. I didn't realize Costco put out earnings really bad on my part. I'm usually right on top of that, and I totally didn't see that Costco last Friday put out their earnings. It was bad news. It dumped $5. Oh, I'm in a vertical spread. It went against me. Not good. So I'm in the hole on that one. I'll show it to you tomorrow. But we'll do some options. And Trader Greg, if you're listening today, thanks for getting in touch with me and keep in touch, my good friend. Out of Miami. He's out of Miami. All right, folks. That's it for me for today. And hey, we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great trading day. And you got to be in it to win it, right? Trade small and trade a lot. Trade small and trade a lot. Keep that in mind as you go through your trading day. Take care, traders, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers, my friends. Bye-bye.